Yo, what's up, y'all? Welcome back to the second episode of Cocktails with King. I'm here with my brother, Azeem, and we're about to get into it. So join us. Have a seat, get comfortable, and grab a drink. It's going to be fun. You ready? So do you want to take a drink first before we get started? Or do you want to just jump right into it? Let's do a cheers. We're thinking too much. Okay, so cheers to a great episode, great topics, and good energy.
Okay.
Bucket? Okay.
That'll do.
That'll do. So this little number, it's watermelon, Don Julio, and a little bit of Sprite with lemon and lime in there. My best friend whipped it up, so if you want to try it, I suggest you should because it's really good. All right, well, the first question that I have for you is, how does being my brother make you feel?
Honestly, being your brother,
Being my brother.
well, makes me feel motivated, I'll say.
Why is that?
Because I get to watch you do your shit, you know, like I've watched you for a long time in the shadows and all that, like I wasn't paying attention, but I was. That's what I do. That's why I know you the way that I do.
You think you do?
I know you. So, you know, I would watch you like, work, like, we're working since forever. And then even like something as simple as driving, like, you know, we started driving like young and all that. And you were at the forefront of that because you just had to know.
I did.
But like when it came to work and all that, you know, I would look and watch and pay attention to what it was that you were doing and everything. Just how you know, go about your business and everything. Like I know we're different, but we're, you know, similar in some aspects, I guess. But
Yeah.
yeah, that's what I think.
Nice. Do you have a favorite childhood memory of us?
I mean, there's been so much that we've done over the years.
What's like the first thing
The first thing?
that comes to your mind?
Honestly, I don't know. Like, I don't know, because it could go to Mexico. I always think about that time, like jumping off the roof. Like I
I was just getting ready to say you jumped off the roof.
I know. I knew you was gonna bring that up.
I sure was.
Yeah, I knew you was gonna bring that up. But I don't even know. Like, how did that happen? Like,
Because you took the screen off and you were like, I bet you I could jump off the roof. And I said, I don't think you should. Mom and Dad are downstairs. And you're like, I'm gonna do it. You took the screen off, that middle window, remember it was the 3, the 1, 2, 3, you took off the middle one. You got on the roof, you looked down and you were like, oh, it's not that bad.
yeah,
And then
I did that.
and then I said, no, don't do it. Next thing you know, you just jumped off.
Yeah, I remember that now actually, because I remember like opening the screen, and then like I walked all slow because I was looking like, because it looked far, but it didn't.
Yeah.
And so I was like, all right, I'm gonna just scoot, like I'm gonna just ease my way off this roof. So like that's why I just kind of hung off, grabbed the edges, and then once I like let go, and I saw how far it was to the ground, I was like, it's a no. I'm jumping off this roof for sure. So went back around, you know, I ring the doorbell, Dad's looking at me, I'm looking at him, like, he's like, how you get outside? And I'm like, somehow.
You're like, I jumped off the roof. And you were like, he was like, what do you mean you jumped off the roof? But I remember seeing you run around the house to the front door.
Absolutely. I was so excited. I knew then, I was like, this is a thing. This is happening. I'm doing this.
That's crazy. I wouldn't do it. I was so scared.
Yeah, see, you had your avenues and what you would do, and then there would be things that, you know, I wouldn't do, but I would do stuff that you wouldn't necessarily do.
That is true. Like taking Mom's car. I took Mom's car quite often.
I want no part of that. I'm like,
I took her car quite often. You know why I did start doing that was because Nikki took her dad's car on minimum days.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, so, and I thought I was a better driver than her. But I mean, she was good. But I said, if she could do it, I could do it. Then mom would be like, oh, I'm going to the gym. I'll be back in about an hour. I said, okay, cool. That gives me at least 45 minutes to just drive around the neighborhood.
Mm-hmm.
And then one day she had said we had to come home early before the streetlights came on.
Mm-hmm.
And then we didn't want to come home early.
Mm-hmm.
But remember, we came home and I got the van. I went and picked up Byron, Kajaya, Austin, and Trevon.
Man, you was like the neighborhood Uber. Like you
I
was just
was.
like picking everybody up, like pulling up, like, hey, I'm over here. What y'all trying to do? What y'all got cracking? And I'm just at the house, like, fuck that. Like, whatever you got going on, that ain't got nothing to do with me. If you get caught, then that's on you.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want no part of that smoke right there. Like, this nigga's taking vehicles. Like,
I
what?
did.
I was like, nah.
Remember the bins? How it would like cut off after so long? Me and Lionel took the car to CVS and then got some candy. And then when we came back, I had to back it in the garage. And when I backed it in the garage, it cut off in the driveway and it wouldn't turn back on because the battery was dead. So we had to push it into the garage.
Sick.
And then it was at an angle. So I was like, oh yeah, I'm about to get caught. Mom came home after that and was like, ooh, I gotta park this car better. I just knew she was gonna get me.
See, like, but that's the thing though. It's like you would get away with the most slick shit.
I did.
And like, I would always wonder too, like on the low, I'd be like, he probably gonna get caught. Like that's just too steep. Like that's just too steep. Like this nigga's gonna get caught. Like there's no way he's surviving this. But then you would. But then me, like I'm just living my life.
Yeah.
Like, like playing, doing all the other shit kids do. And then like, I don't know if you remember, but I was playing with that tennis ball in the front. And I think I like threw it against the wall, something broke the window.
Vaguely. I kind of remember that.
I was not happy about that. I was not happy about that. And it's like, I gotta deal with that. Like, I'm over here fucking around, throwing my keys. Key ends up on the roof. Like, what?
I remember that.
What? That's my key. I needed that.
Yeah. Those were some good times. We had way more, but I can't think of any more. But we had some really good times. I learned how to be sneaky at a really young age. I don't even know what age it was that I learned how to be sneaky.
Yeah, the thing is it's like you just couldn't get caught. Mm-hmm. Just could not get caught. And it's like there were so many times when I would like wake up in the middle of the night and I would be like, I would hear something or something and I'd be like, nah. Like this, he's not that bold. I'm like, nah, ain't no way. Like he is not out there in them streets. That man is in there, nah. And I'm like, cause I didn't want to believe it. I was just like, cause like my intuition would kick, and I'd be like, something ain't right. Like something's going on, but I can't put my finger on it. And then when I try and put you with the two, I'm like, no, no.
Yeah, that was funny. I used to get away with a lot of stuff.
Yeah, you did. Too much, honestly.
Yeah.
So I would say so how would you say that you feel about where you're at now? Like in life, are you happy? Like, are you content? Have you seen like yourself grow and develop as a person?
Yeah.
To like where you are now?
Yeah.
How do you feel about that?
I feel good because I wasn't always comfortable in my skin. I think you knew that. Yeah, I was not comfortable in my skin. It took me a long time until I was comfortable. And then once I got comfortable, I started to really like own my life, my being, But that wasn't until I met like my skate friend, Ebony, Troy, Robin. I really didn't get comfortable until I met them because they really helped me out with that. And after that, I was like, okay, I can get with this shit. Like, it's cool. The only thing that I kind of still struggle with probably to this day is hanging around, like when I meet like new people or like new like straight guys, I don't know how to like, not act, but I get real like, I wouldn't say uncomfortable, because I'm not really uncomfortable, but I'm like uneasy, I guess. Because I don't know how they're going to perceive me and I don't know if they're gonna try to fuck with me or anything like that. So I get real like reserved and I just like observing it. But now that I've met different people, we talk and stuff, and I always ask like, what was your first impression, blah 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 blah. I've got some pretty good like feedback. So nobody's tripping the way that I think people are tripping. Like it really is me, and I be overthinking. But I like where I'm at right now in life. I feel like I'm doing a pretty good job. I feel like there's so much like ideas that I have going on in my mind right now, and I want to like execute that. And I think once I do, I think I'll feel even better. But for right now, from where I was at to where I'm at right now, yeah, I like where I'm at. Shit is lit.
That's good, because honestly, like, as an outsider looking in, you got a lot of shit going on.
A lot of shit going on.
Like, you got your hands involved in
a lot of shit.
A lot of things. So it's like, there's no shortage of activity with you. Like, there's always going to be some shit that you're going to be involved in. So I'm curious to see the outcome of it, because, I know that you'll find a way through it and everything like that.
Yeah.
And, it'll be something to behold, I'd say.
I hope so. I don't do shit for likes and attention and like all that shit. I do what the fuck makes me feel good.
Yeah, that's never been really you.
It's never
kind of always been that way.
Yeah.
You kind of do your own thing.
My own thing.
Just like I do my own thing. I like to stay hidden. I mean, you already know shit. People wouldn't ordinarily see me.
Yeah.
Unless it's through a photo or something like that. But I guess we're all doing some different shit right now.
Doing some
it's
different
cool.
shit.
It's, new little time, new little day. So
yeah,
I like it.
I agree. Now I did have this one particular question, and I'm really curious to know. Was when we were younger, was there ever a situation where you felt like I should have stood up for you more?
When we were younger?
When we were younger. Well, you even now, I'll say even up to like now, was there any point where you felt like I should have stood up for you more?
Honestly, I feel like you could have probably stood up for me a little fucking less, because I'll never forget the fact that you took the glory from me. Like, this motherfucker, like this, and I know you know this, like this, he spit on me. Like, there's confrontation.
Okay, so let's go back for the viewers, because they don't know what happened. So when you get into it, they're gonna be like, wait, what the fuck? So I'll tell the backstory, and then you'll pick up where I leave off. Okay. So the backstory is I don't even know how young we were. Probably like elementary.
10 or 11.
Yes, elementary. And we were playing around like the neighborhood kid at the park, and him and my brother were arguing over some nonsense, but I just was standing there, not really giving a fuck, because people could say what they want. And so the boy ended up spitting on him, and yeah.
I was pissed. Like, I didn't even need action. Like, I saw it on my chest, and I was just processing so many emotions, and I didn't know which hand I wanted to swing with, so I was trying to make a decision, but then all of a sudden, it's like, I just see this super nigga, like, just, like, go past me and, like, just start mixing both of them, and I'm like, what? Like, I'm just in shock and in awe, because I'm just like, I've never seen this man mix like this. Like, what is this? Like, he's over here on the other, like, whooping his ass, and then he's transitioning over here. He ain't getting no love, and I'm just like, this was mine.
Yeah.
This was definitely mine. But I was happy, I was like, oh, okay, like, oh, okay.
Yeah, because people always, like, I don't argue, like, at all. Because first of all, when I argue and raise my voice will crack. That's a thing. So I'm not gonna embarrass myself with that. And then two, arguing is a waste of my time. Like, we can either have a discussion and work this shit out, or it can escalate. But I'm not gonna sit here and go back and forth with anybody over anything. So when that boy spit on you, that was the end for me. I said, that's the ultimate disrespect, and now you gotta get it. Yeah. And he got it. But I didn't even think twice about it. And I started, hitting him, and then his friend tried to jump in, and I had to mix and get over with him. I had, hit him like a few times, and he was shocked because he didn't see it coming.
No, he didn't.
And then I went back to the original boy, and I had mixed his shit real quick again, and I was like,
It was lovely. It was like cinematic for me. I felt like I was in a fucking Marvel movie. Like I'm just sitting there just watching and everything like that. Like, oh, look at Frozone. Like, who knew?
Yeah.
Who knew?
I wasn't to be fucked with.
Yeah, but I mean, it goes like, hand in hand. Because you remember old boy who was fucking with you when you was playing soccer at McKinley.
I remember that.
He was called himself being a schoolyard bully and all this stuff. And I like saw that shit from a distance.
I don't even know where
I was playing handball. I was living my life. Like I was chilling. I was with my little crew. Like we had games going, tournaments and shit. Like we was chilling. And all of a sudden, just something told me. I looked over. And I see you over there just getting shoved around, and I'm like, this don't look right. Mm-hmm. And then just something clicked, so I just. Boom.
I think he had pushed me, or tripped me, and I fell.
And it was muddy and all that.
Yeah.
I just wasn't going for it.
Yeah,
so
you weren't going for it.
I hoofed over there. So I got over there, and he had no idea, and I put all of my weight and shoulder in his spine.
That's crazy.
He just looked at me like, "Who are you?" I'm the answer to what it is that you're doing right now. Like this isn't okay.
That's funny. I remember that. I mean, I kind of remember that, but I don't remember fighting those two boys. That I didn't remember.
I do. I'll never forget it. You took my glory.
I did.
It's all right.
But I always tell you, I was the big brother too that I wish I had.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, because I have older brothers, but we don't have, like, he and I have like a better relationship. Like this is my dog. Like if I could have had a twin, this would have been my twin. Mm-hmm. Which we're kind of like fraternal twins, kind of, but not really because we're 18 months apart. But this is like my fraternal twin. No disrespect out there to nobody, but like, yeah. So I just think that it's funny how now that we're grown men, when I like reflect, it's real interesting.
Dog, I'm about to be 30.
I know. It's lovely though.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck. I don't want to be young. I don't want to be old. I'm cool where I'm at.
Yeah, once you hit that and then you start to like coast. I mean, I'm only like 31, so I'm not like too far. But I like my 30 so far.
Yeah.
It's
been nice.
It's been real nice to me.
Yeah, I'm peeking over the horizon now. Yeah. The last of my 20s is about to be gone.
Enjoy it.
I ain't tripping. I don't give no fuck.
Yeah, enjoy it.
I get in where I fit in. It's time. It's time.
Is there anything that you don't like about me?
Where do I even fucking start? I got a whole list. I don't even think we got time for that.
Just name like the first two.
For starters?
For starters.
Your feet. Fucking feet. I don't know. I'm not a foot guy anyway. I don't even like my own feet. But I'm telling you, I'll never forget just the vision of when I saw your toes. All layered.
First of all, I don't have nasty feet. Let's just put that out there on the record.
No, they're not nasty. They were just they're sad. I don't know, yeah, just sad. Because they put in so much work. Because like I said, you're doing a lot of shit. You got businesses. You're a businessman. You run brands, companies, all type of shit. Them dogs are working. So when you lay down and they lay down too, it's like a whole family thing. All the little dogs just.
I am sick that I even asked that. Okay, whatever. What's the second one?
The second, that I don't like.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, there's not a whole lot about you that I don't like.
Oh, good.
To be honest, completely honest.
I'm a likable guy.
Yeah, to an extent.
To an extent.
Yeah, to an extent. You're pretty personable.
Yeah.
You get on with a lot of people, but you naturally just don't come off as let me overtake the space.
Mm-hmm.
I'm here, look at me type shit. You've never been that. You kind of you know how to maneuver through a situation and talk to somebody and all that, because that's what I've noticed all the time. Especially when I'd be pissed, it'd be nobody I'm trying to listen to. Like I wouldn't want to hear shit at all. Like at all. Like don't tell me shit, cause I don't want to hear it.
Yeah.
But then here you come, like it's almost like grandma. It's almost like grandma.
Yeah.
Like, and she would be the same way. It's just like, you know, like she'll listen to your frustration and everything, but then like she'll know how to slide in that bit of information to where it's like
nugget.
Yeah, it's like you can receive it.
Yeah.
And you know, not take it personal.
Yeah.
So I feel like I don't know how you've mastered that. But
I don't know.
yeah.
Well, I think that was her. You know, that was my dog. You know, I talked to her quite often, and I feel like she kept my secrets. I told her some shit, and
what are you doing? Are you getting emotional?
No,
okay.
I'm just thinking.
Okay.
No, I thought about it, but I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna keep it G.
Okay, I'm just checking.
You know, I talked to her about a lot of stuff, and yeah, I miss her.
She was a goat.
She was. Ooh. Anyway, well, do you think I'm standoffish?
Yeah, the fuck?
Did you think about that?
No, you're standoffish, absolutely. Like, because you don't, probably because you done been through so much shit, so you don't want people to just, like, automatically think they can get involved in your space. You gotta assess and evaluate what's going on and who's got what intentions and everything like that.
Yeah. You know, I'm big on, like, energy, and I'm big on, like, how people make me feel. So when I meet people for the first time, like if your energy is giving me like chaotic and my spirit like won't rest in your presence, I do not want to be your friend. Like at all. And when people say, oh, you gotta meet so-and-so, or I'm gonna go with this person, you know, you should come. I don't know about that, 'cause I don't do well in like group settings. Nah. I'm like a one-on-one type of guy. Because you could do something that's gonna piss me off, and I'm not your friend, so I don't owe you anything. But if you're my friend's friend, I feel like I gotta behave, you know, for the most part. So I gotta like, you know, be cool. But sometimes when I meet people and they upset my spirit by doing some shit, I'm like, yeah, I'll never hang out with you again.
Yeah, see, fuck that. Yeah. That's why I don't, you know. Yeah. That's why I like keeping to myself. That's how I've always been that way. I mean, not always, but it took time. I'm not gonna lie. Like, it took time and experiences, you know, seeing how people are and shit. And then that thing, like, where you gotta, like, reach out to people and all this shit and, like, maintain connections. Yeah. Fuck all that. I'm not doing that. Yeah. So, you know, honestly, and I like, you know, like, where I'm at. Like how I got my little operation and everything like that. It's not ideal, no. But at least I have a little control on, you know, what it is that I can control. I'm cool with that.
Once you start to see the fruits of that labor, you're gonna like it, trust me. Without putting all my information out there and all my business, you're gonna like that. Just talking from experience.
What?
I'm not gonna put my own business out there like that.
Okay.
Yeah, but you know. From my experience, that shit is top tier.
Yeah, we're not putting business. Yeah, we're not.
But anyway, one of the things I did want to know, let me reword this. So, you know, since I'm in the community, you know, for the people watching, if they have a sibling that they have not have accepted, you know, their sibling in that community, what would you say to that individual?
I would say, honestly, like, there's nothing wrong with anything about accepting them, talking about them, because that's your family at the end of the day. Or even if it's not your family, it's your friend. If you fuck with that person and their character, then there's nothing wrong with, you know, accepting and saying that, you know, this is who this person is, you know, like I fuck with them for this, that, or whatever. And in fact, when it comes to you, I talk about you all the time.
Do you?
Absolutely. Absolutely. I just talked about you the other day.
And said what?
At work, matter of fact. Because this dude was talking, like, he was talking about something, and he made some joke, like some gay joke or whatever, or something. I don't know. It was gay.
Was it like a funny one or like?
Yeah, because I laughed. Yeah, absolutely, because I laughed. So like it was something gay related, and then like I told him I was like oh yeah, I was like my brother is gay, and he was like oh word, because like you know like when you talk to people and everything they see you, so it's like they kind of get a gist, and when they say you have a brother, like it's like okay they may think like he's the same or he's not, and then when you see it it's like you're how you are and I'm how I am. But the point is like when I was talking to him, because he's seen me, so he knows how I am. And so like he's like, okay, like, oh I didn't know it's, you know, he got brothers and shit like that. But I'm like, yeah, I told him like, yeah, I got a brother, and I'm like, he's gay. And he's like, oh really? I was like, flaming homo. But I was like, but he's cool. I was like, he's smooth. I was like, his beard.
You called me a flaming homo?
I did. But I was like, but he's saucy though. I was like, that man. I was like, he dresses.
First of all, you have me at flaming homo. I'm insulted by that.
Don't be insulted.
I'm not a flaming homo. No disrespect to the people out there. I'm not flaming. I just happen to.
No, because he's talking to me because he has somebody that he's related to. He showed me pictures. And so he's like, oh, okay, because it's like his cousin or something like that. Because he said that, like, they dress, he showed me the pictures. He was like, they dress like casual, like normal, like how I would dress or how you would dress. And then, like, they'll, like, switch. And then, like, he'll still be, like, boyish, but then he'll have, like eyeliner?
Mm-hmm.
Something. Like, I don't know.
You ain't never see me with no mother.
No, I'm not talking about you. I'm
Okay.
talking about him. Because that was his family's, like, that's what he would do. Like, so he had 3 different, like, categories, and then he would just go, like, full on woman. So it was like, he was showing pictures. So then I pulled up a picture of you, and I was like, yeah, this is my brother. Because I was immediately, that's always my go-to, the beard. That's always what I say. I'm like, he got the better beard. And so, like, I pulled him up, and he was like, yeah. He was like, oh, I can see. He was like, he looks just like you. And I was like, yeah, he's cool. I was like, all the people he hangs around, top people. I was like, you don't hang around anybody who's unkept or uncouthy or anything like that. Like, he just doesn't. I was like, everybody that he associated with are tip-top people.
Yeah.
And I was like, you know, and I said it like, I ain't got no issue. Like, why would I have an issue? You know what I mean? Like, even me saying what I said, like, you know, like, it ain't no disrespect because I accept you for how it is that you are. Like, ain't no problem. Because if somebody says something negative about you, it's an issue. It's an issue.
The thing is people can say what they want to know.
I mean,
you know,
yeah,
like, because
they're going to.
Yeah, people are going to it, and I'm okay with that. Because at the end of the day, you don't know what it took me to get to, like, that spot. And so I'm not going to let anybody deter me or, like, make me feel like the work that I've done isn't good enough. You know what I mean? So I don't give a fuck about that. And then, like the whole gay joke, I don't really care about the gay joke because it doesn't have my name on it. You know what I mean? Like, it's a generalization, and I don't have time for that. So, I mean, so it's cool. Like, you know, I'm not, like, stuck up or, like, you know, oh, I'm offended by that. I'm not. Even when he said, like, I'm a flaming homo, I'm not offended by that either.
Oh, I didn't say that.
No, that's what I said when you said that.
Yeah, I didn't think you would get offended. That's why I said that. Because I'm like, and then I'm like, he's like, oh, because he doesn't know how you are. And I'm like, he's not, like, I don't know. I was like, he's not feminine, I guess. I mean, like, not feminine, but, like, there are a lot of categories and there are a lot of pages in that book. A lot of pages in that book. And I'm only on, like, fair few, like, you know, so that's like Harry Potter level right there. I'm, you know,
yeah, for real.
But I'm just saying, like, you know, when I was talking about you and everything, because like I said, it's like we're the same. Like, you dress well, whatever. I try to dress well.
You do have nice style.
But like, I tell him like this nigga's always on point.
My husband said the same thing. I don't really see that.
I'm gonna go a week without getting that, like, getting a lineup, like.
I'm gonna crop that out. Yeah.
You just don't.
Yeah,
But it's cool because I feel like it contributes to how you feel, and that's important too. Because when you get on fresh shit, like, it can be something as simple as your socks.
Yeah.
Like, you buy a new pair of socks, whatever, you feel brand new money.
For real.
So I feel like it's all a part of it and everything like that. So long may it continue.
I'll allow it.
You'll allow it.
I'll allow it. Are you proud of me?
For what? Yeah, I am actually. I'm very proud. Like I said, I've watched you like facilitate a lot of shit. Like, cause you've been involved in mischievous shit and you know some good things too. So I feel like to watch the whole journey and like process of where you're at. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And then self-love and everything too. Like that's why I was pissed you never told me from the get-go because like we're here, you know, we're here. It isn't none of that other shit mattered.
Yeah.
Because people are asking me questions and I'm going based off your fucking truth.
Yeah.
You know, you telling me no, so I'm telling everybody else no. And they're like, well, you know, well maybe this, and I'm like, no, none of that shit matters. Like, I'm not hearing what you talking about. Nigga told me no, so that's what I'm telling you. The source is telling me no, and that's a trusted source.
Yeah.
All the while,
I was being dishonest.
right?
I just wasn't. I wasn't comfortable. And I didn't feel like emotionally safe. Not with you, but like in that space. I didn't. And I mean, you have to understand. I was being made fun of by like like an older sibling. That shit really fucked with me for a long time. Like, I mean, even now, like, I think that's why I get really, like, nervous, not nervous, but, like, around, like, straight men, I get real, like, antsy, because, like, are you going to, like, make fun of me, or are you going to, like, make me, like, the brunt of your jokes, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's whack. Yeah. So, I mean, but I've done the work, so I'm not as, like I was before, but, yeah, at that time, please, I was not a good man, the fact of, what the fuck am I trying to say? Give him the satisfaction of saying like, oh, I knew he was gonna be a flaming homo. Like, I knew he was gonna be a queen.
Yeah,
I wasn't trying to give him that.
Honestly, straight men be on bullshit too, cause
yeah.
like I'll be minding my own business. Like like I'll be living my life. I could be going to get gas, snacks. I don't know, like just going somewhere. Mm-hmm. And I know I don't know a lot of people most times because I don't talk to a lot of people. Yeah. But then they'll look at me and like they'll be staring like like what I got cracking or whatever, and it's like why are you like what the fuck are you looking at? Mm-hmm. Why are you staring at me so tough? There's no reason for this. Like you don't know me, I don't know you, but there's just that hate. Yeah. Or it's like I want to judge this person because of this, or I don't like their shoes, even though they might like the shoes. Yeah. They're just not gonna give it up. Mm-hmm. But like I said, like a lot of people, I don't trip on nobody, really. I've met some pretty decent people.
Last thing for me is what's one thing that you never want me to forget?
That it doesn't matter what life we're living, what universe that we're in, wherever our souls end up, if I find you, I will always let you know that you ain't shit. In any universe whatsoever. Like, I will be there to remind you, to put you in your place of like the evidence that happened in your past life.
Wow.
The life before that.
Wow, that is.
I just want you to know, like, I'm gonna be me in every single universe possible.
I respect it.
Every universe.
Okay. Is there anything you want to say?
No, but I mean, really, I want you to know that I'm proud of what you're doing, who you are. Keep up the good work.
I appreciate that.
I said keep up the good work. You're doing a good thing.
Yeah, thanks.
The world needs more people like you.
I would agree.
Yeah, there's a lot of bullshit out there, a lot of irrelevant things, but you bring a good cause to the world. You have a purpose, which is good. So fulfill that.
I'm gonna try my best.
Well, fuck trying. You're gonna do it. So we're beyond that. No need for modesty here.
I'm
It doesn't suit you. I mean, Cocktails with Kiing.
Yeah.
Kiing.
I mean,
A king knows no modesty.
first of all, my middle name means king.
I know.
So,
Well,
you know,
well,
there's
think
that.
I've watched you for almost 30 years.
Yeah.
Almost 30 years.
True.
But no, I'm proud.
Thanks. Me too.
I'm gonna be like you when I grow up.
You'll be better than me.
We'll see.
Yeah, you'll be better than me. Cause you're not gonna let me outdo you. So
I'm
you'll be better than me.
I'm glad you know. I'm
Yeah.
glad you know, and there's footage to indicate this in case you forget later on in life.
I won't forget. I have
Okay.
the memory of an elephant.
Okay.
Yeah. I appreciate you for doing this video with me. I know this is out of your realm of comfort,
Well, I appreciate you for having
and
me.
I feel like this was top tier content. You want to end off with anything?
Nah, shit, I've said enough. I'm taking up enough time. I mean, no.
Okay. Well, thank you for tuning in with my brother and I. We'll see you on the next go round. Tune in for the next episode. Until then, be safe.